Here I have two images with hair that I want to make a selection mask for that are difficult because they have busy backgrounds. Photoshop has a really great tool called the Selected Mask workspace. To get to it, simply select any of the selection tools and you will see Selected Mask at the top. If you don't see this, simply go to Select and then click Selected Mask. Once in this workspace, you have the Quick Select tool, the Refine Edge tool, the brush tool, the lasso tool, the hand tool, the zoom tool. In the properties panel, you are able to choose which view mode you want, and this is really helpful for refining your masks. I like to start with the onion skin with transparency somewhere in the middle so I can see both the background and my selection. With the quick selection tool, paint over the areas of the image that you want to appear in the mask. If there are parts of the image that you accidentally include, hold the Option key and the symbol will change to a minus sign and you can paint those areas out as well. Switch to the brush tool because we don't want any of the masks to include parts of the hair that also show the background. Use the bracket keys to make the brush larger and smaller and paint out all of the areas that have hair and background so we can use the Refine Edge tool better. Now we will use the Refine Edge tool and we will paint around the edges of the image that have hair and background. And now watch as Photoshop almost automatically makes these fine selections appear. As we're doing this, we want to make sure that we get all of the edges, but that we don't touch any of the image that we want to be solid and non-transparent, such as the hand or the sweatshirt. We can look at different views of our mask, such as the marching ants, the overlay on black, on white, and black on white. Using the F key, we can cycle through the different views to get a better sense of what we're looking at. If we look at the black and white mask, we can see all of the areas very clearly, and then we can use the brush tool to paint in areas that we want to be more solid than the translucent areas that we see here. Continue to use the brush tool to clean up different areas of the mask and make the selection better. Make sure you pay attention to areas such as the hand and the shirt. Once done, we can cycle through our views and then switch to the on black view. If we change the opacity to 100%, then we'll notice that there are some glow and artifacts in the hair from the bright scene that the photograph is taken from. To fix this, click on Decontaminate Colors. It does a really good job of spreading the colors and pixels out from the center of the image. Once we're happy with the mask, then go to the output settings. Because we selected Decontaminate Colors, we only have the last four options, but we will export to a new layer with a layer mask. Here you can see that I have the original layer plus a new layer with a layer mask, and I can turn them on individually. I will use the second image to review the steps. First, go to the Select and Mask workspace. Then, using the Quick Select tool, paint in the areas of the image that you want to use as the mask. Remember that you can eliminate areas that you selected by holding the Option key and painting over them. Also, use the brush so you can go back in and make sure that none of the transparent areas are included in the mask. Then use the Refine Edge tool and paint around the hair, careful to avoid the areas that you want to be fully solid. Cycle through the different views to catch parts of the mask that you might not have noticed that were selected by mistake. Once you're happy with the mask, click Decontaminate Colors and check your work. If everything is good, select an output setting. In this case, I'm going to use a new layer with a layer mask and export it to your original document. This will keep the original layer plus your new layer with layer mask. I hope you have good selections.